Nice. All right, let's do this thing. I know it's been like a month since I have been here last, but here we go. Oh. Holy frame rate. Oh my god. I think I can pop out my chat. Pin it to the top. Somehow. Forget the hotkey. Always on top. Windows Control Alt T. No. Windows Control T. Yes. Down in the corner. All right. This frame rate sucks. Let's go turn. Frame gen is on. Why is frame gen on? I feel like that shouldn't be on. No, that's definitely worse. Let's try DLSS. Ooh, that feels terrible.
I know, did you use the $10? Did you put some gold sauce on it? Yeah. So what's the sauce that it was cooked in?
Guess I'll deal with it. I almost forget how I did this yesterday. Oof. Okay. Okay, so I forget exactly how I did this. Yeah, I think that's right. Oh my god. Keep accidentally switching to OBS. Oh, turn my trackpad off. Keeps interrupting me. I don't even know how I missed that. Oh, yeah, it's because they're doubled up. Means that there's more. I really gotta get rid of these in the blueprint, but I'm too lazy to go fix that right now. Instead, I will suffer with the consequences. This is not quite right. That's right, it won't split because can't allow one foundation wide raise. So I guess the only reasonable solution here is re-blueprint it. Wow. Yeah. God. Why does not work? I don't know. That's a problem for later. No, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, I suppose it looks fine being on the outside. Actually, these should not have because I don't want train like queuing up in this outer section. I only want them queued inside. So inconsistent. Oh my god. Alright, I gotta close the chat. Pull it up on my phone. Keep accidentally clicking on it in the background and alt tabbing to OBS. Not that there's anybody chatting anyway. That's a bit of a problem. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Hmm. Interesting. Conflicting entry signal types. But that's not true, is it? Because they're all path signals. Hmm. Well, that's a problem for later. Hmm. Brother. Oh my god. Being entry signal types. But that, once again, don't make sense, does it? Maybe I am a little outdated here in my knowledge, or maybe I forget. Maybe I only need the block signal at the end. Block clear. Symmetrically, this is going to make me unhappy. Wait, how is Zoop on build mode for block signals? That doesn't seem right. Let's see what happens when I Zoop these. Nothing. That's a mod issue, I'm sure. Okay. So all this seems good. These path signals are working just fine. I'm having one issue. This one. Well, that's a problem. Okay. Jeez, epilepsy warning. My God. Oops. It needs to go farther up. Nice. That should be good. All those are happy again. Alright. So let's get locomotive. Yeah. Oh, freight car. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like just big enough to fit. So the real issue is in spacing of these straights slightly farther towards the entrance. Yeah. Do. So these. Okay, and then block signals. God, it feels like block signals have become more temperamental, or just train signals in general, since they added the directional options. Righto. Okay, so I want to get rid of these. They can face the other direction. Get out of the way. Okay. So now this should basically fit pretty well. 2, 3, 4. So come to a stop there. But having the signal on the outside means these are going to be like peeking out. I'll like stop here. So I got to move these signals to the inside. Yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll be generous and just let them sit there. Although it still feels kind of wrong. I may need to extend this and then have this branching section on the outside. Just put more rolling doors along here. Yeah, the branches on the inside might not be the best call. Where do I want to put these though? One snug right up to the edge. I can also put some walkways over the top potentially. Mm. Do a little something like that. Hmm. No. Yes. Oh, I've done this wrong again, haven't I? Hmm. It's hard to tell. I need like working trains to figure this out. um. Hmm. So I'd like to have block signals centered along these pillars. Maybe I'll just manually place down tracks. Right. Oh. Somebody was watching for a second there and then probably intimidated by my design prowess and left. So, bye. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, then blueprint next. mean, this is still gonna be kind of weird. I feel like they're gonna be pulling in and like sticking halfway out while they're waiting to get lane. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just making it more complicated than it needs to be. But I mean, really, that's the whole evolution of this entire project. That's why I started this project completely over. this, this in truth satisfactory form. Okay, so trains go in. Means I'm gonna have to push this ramp out slightly to accommodate the style of rail curve that I like to do. Big box. Crazy how good the frame rate is when I'm like up next to the machines. I guess that's kind of the important part. Gotta let the cat in. I'll be back in 1 minute. I was in fact hearing things, so no cat. Yeah. It is getting dark though. That is the best time to look at this build. Let's switch to Cotter. Something a little more natural. So good. So good, dude. Okay. The rules dictate. I'm gonna need some splitteroonies here. Split. One left. Okay, the cat for real this time. Okay. Cat dealt with. Split. And these can be half the size. And we'll just grab more of these. Oh my god. Trackball mouse precision is not always there. Hello, mysterious viewer. Okay, I think that'll do. I'll just toss another one of these here for good luck. Okay, so this needs to come out to here. Here. Alright. And this guy needs to come to here. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Wonder if I could do the ramp early, though. Don't want to know if I leave like a little, oops, if I leave like a little gap here, if I can still get it to connect. No. Okay. Let's see. Let's go for the ramp. 2 meters. Yeah, looks right to me. Yeah. Most certainly. Okay, so then we'll say 5-degree turns. Do I have curve in the name? Did I do that? No. Say right 4x4. Yeah. Doot, doot. Default mode. Slap some turns in here. Alright, so that's kind of what the vibe will be like. And then it'll make a full 90-degree turn. Go that way. I really gotta get rid of these. Like, I'll fix these off camera so that I don't have to keep deleting pieces off of my blueprints. That's hurtful. That's mildly frustrating. Whatever. I'll deal with that later. Do I want walkways down here? Is the question. 'Cause I could put like a door here. And these kind of are walkways, but then they're kind of too low. Doing here, and then with catwalks. I don't know why, I just feel like more catwalks in places would be cool. I need my curve builder mod to come back online. It still doesn't work. Actually, I haven't checked today, but I checked yesterday, and it was not updated. Still. Okay, I mean, I guess I could go into doing some power stuff. I set up a couple of layers here. All the power is running through the floor. Across nodes that I have blueprinted. And it just runs in a straight line, basically. And, of course, everything is load balanced, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to transport materials up to these levels. Before I was running lifts through the holes in the center here, but I realized it might be cleaner looking if I just have these conveyor holes in the floor and kind of stretch them across. I mean, it sort of clips in, but I don't think it ruins the vibe too much, to be honest. I know some people will hate this level of clipping, but I don't think that's too bad. I mean, I go out of my way to avoid clipping, like, that's the reason I elevated these conveyors, is so that when these arms from the constructors start, like, moving up and down, they don't clip. Mm. How do I want to do this? If you're watching and you have any ideas, let me know. Should I run materials up through the bottom floor where they're being supplied from and then through the ceiling? Or should I run them back and forth between this sort of shaft here? Like, I have stairs that might sort of get in the way of running conveyor belts in this direction. So I don't know. It's a tough call. However, I could sort of start to fill these out. They're like being supplied from a weird direction. Actually, you know what? No, that is the way it's supposed to be. Because then just snap that into there, grab a lift, snap that into there, and then on the bottom side, do that. Then it becomes a challenge if I need to run multiple resources into a single level, like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I really should be looking at Satisfactory calculator, or what is it? What is the planner? Let me go to Steam real quick. Nope, not Discord, Steam. Satisfactory modeler. That's what I should be using. And I do have everything modeled out for this build up to phase 3. But I want to, like, get my design elements sort of straightened out before I start going ham on building the factory itself. There's so much room. Right, so constructors are all single inputs, so realistically I need to test with my assemblers. My ass blueprints. Alright. I think. You know, I'm not gonna use these joiners. I'm inevitably gonna build something new. Could do something like that. Instead of running this, let's go with that. And then I can sideload another resource from across the way. Maybe. Basically, goes right through the stairs. I may have to reconsider these stairs. I only built them on this one shaft to see how it would look, but this is where we're at. Okay, and then... but then I don't have the merge splitter. Merge splitter. That's an oxymoron. Merger. I could do it like that, maybe. That's gonna make people mad. Gonna make the clipping haters mad. Yeah, I mean, that's not the worst thing that's ever been done. Alright, maybe I should stop contemplating that and just start laying in my constructors, because I know that there are gonna be constructors, smelters, at the very minimum. So, let me set up a hotbox. And one thing they need to really figure out in this game is how to let me search for a blueprint and then hotbar the searched items, because currently it will not let you do that. It's very frustrating when you have as many blueprints as I have. Okay, so constructors here. Doop. I think those two are supposed to be foundries, if I remember correctly. Boom. Come on. There we go. Boom. That's how easy it is. I love auto-connecting blueprints. So good. Except when they don't work. Hello? Did I not confirm that properly? I must not have. User error, I'm sure. Okay. So I can just come along and do this nice and quickly. Boom. Nice. And we'll do smelters. I can't remember if I switched up my joiner design. No, it looks the same. So when I say my joiner design, I'm just talking about these little pieces here that load balance between the load balanced machines. Because it takes me 2 of these blueprints to fully load balance a Mark 6 belt full speed. So this is just the way I've designed it for aesthetics mostly, but that is what that means. Excuse me? Oh, this one's facing the wrong direction. Okay, let's go. Where's my ceiling lights? Do I not have them on the hotbar either? Okay, sure. Ceiling light, billboard. What are these are the small ones, right? Yeah, these are like singles, so it's basically how it's supposed to be. Y'all would not believe how much work it took to be able to just snap in blueprints like this and have them be like exactly where they should be without any nudging. Oh boy. Enough to drive me crazy. Some of them do still have to nudge, like in this case, but I don't think I'm actually gonna put these here. I don't like the segmented design as much as just like the fully paneled pipe. Yeah. Okay, so foundries and then more foundries. I've already got some here. Although I might have to make a new joiner because this is my new load balance design. And these ones are like hybrid manifold and load balanced, and there's 6 of them, but I feel like that's not necessary. Like the number of foundries is a little overkill when I could just ramp these up with the shards. I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, I'm gonna make a new foundry joiner for that real quick. Special. Load. Join. Foundry 4x joiner. Oh yeah. Not gonna let me do that quite yet. Alright. So should be relatively simple. Just do that. And then Do. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, why will it not let me click in the text field? Okay. So, let's get rid of that. Find my foundries. Now they're bright red, so they should be easy to pick out. There we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. All right. Yeah. This actually flush. That's so hard to tell, but they're all straight, so I'm sure that's fine. That looks fine. Yeah. Good. Good. Exactly how it should be. 2 inlines, 2 outlines. Those will end up doing steel ingots. Yeah. Is there not a pure steel recipe? Solid steel does not seem that way. Okay. I'm not worried about alternates right now. I don't care. This is creative mode anyway. It doesn't really matter. Um, yeah. Pretty good. It's like appropriately medium lit, I think. Alright, so it's, oops, god dang it. It seems like I did hook up the power for these earlier. Yeah. That's it. That's how it works. And you can see each machine wired into the floor. Those are connected through the concrete. So I do believe now I have to do the other side. Oh, the joy. Okay, then I think on these outer edges I'll probably connect him front to back from here to there. In fact, I might as well just do that now. And I'm putting so many of them down so it doesn't clip through the floor, visibly at least. And they're closer together. You don't really see the cable. But once they're like a little bit too far apart, you start to see it. Yeah, that's not bad. So then I could basically power any one of these nodes from any position, and then the whole floor will receive power. Of course, they have to be switched on still, but I think they're on by default. They look on to me. So, pretty good, pretty good. I like having them blueprinted like this, because if you're extra, stickler like I am about the triangle shape on these power connectors facing the same direction, becomes a lot easier to see and know for sure which direction they're going to be facing. So yeah, that's a fun one. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna follow through on this plan, but the idea was on my first playthrough, I got to like phase 3 and started to get into the architecture side of the game, and I started posting my stuff online, and some people liked it, but more people didn't like it. So I was like, okay, clearly I have to get better at my architecture skills. So I went on like an 800-hour bender of just building architecture parts. And this is the project that I started, and I restarted it. This is the restarted version. But I have all of my previous factory, my original playthrough stuff planned out up to the same phase. And I was thinking about maybe just swapping it in so that I have some some architecture I actually enjoy looking at instead of like sci-fi hexes everywhere. I found hexagons, someone made on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that. That seems like cool advanced build tech. But while it may be neat in some like niche cases, I think I went like way too overboard with it. But I like this a lot more. Very, very much more like muted, but not necessarily sacrificing like interesting textures. So that's cool. That's kind of neat. Hello to the other people who have tuned in. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, I did this section. There's nothing above. I did the one below this, so I think I gotta go farther down. Do. Oh, I did kind of set that up pretty fast, to be honest. So I did this section just now. Smack some power into this floor. Why did I stop? There's not a full floor here. Oh well. We'll continue laying power. This is like not the fun part, but this is what I'm doing, so sorry. Oh, so close. This is like an unbelievable amount of tedious, time-consuming work that I have set myself up to do. That's extremely painful. Okay. Oops. Oh, yeah. All right. Yep, that's everything. Sheesh. So we got three floors done. Let's just connect these up real quick. So I've completed the rest of this floor. Just didn't quite settle on how I was going to connect the front to the back last night. This is how I plan to do it. But I could save myself some trouble by blueprinting the power in like a Mark II. Every time I blueprint something, I feel like this insane obligation to go back and delete the stuff that's not blueprinted and replace it with the blueprinted stuff. It's going to look identical. Am I going to remove it at some point in the future? Probably not. But does it bother me? Yeah, definitely. Truly bizarre. I would still have to connect each platform to each other, but I think that's less problematic than having to manually place all of these down constantly. Oh well, this is how it's being done for now, so. Actually, no, I'm gonna blueprint that right now because the longer I think about it, because I gotta do this whole side still, and that's gonna eat my brain. So do that, and then that, and that, and that. This, and this, and this, and this. Okay. I'll just call it Mark 1 Factory. Connector. What are these called? Wall outlets. That's what they're called. I've only been playing this game for like 1,500 hours. I shouldn't have to memorize all that, right? Okay. Blueprints. And then we'll make this number 0. Clear. Let's get rid of this. Am I gonna redo these? Not right now. Maybe I'll camera. Right now, I do not want to think about it. Okay, so if I do these in blueprint mode, is it gonna be weird? Slightly. It's actually quite good. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That is a problem though. So just gotta watch out, make sure I'm putting it together properly every time. Yeah. I don't know why I feel the need to double check it, but it's like, I don't know, it feels like that extra nudge that I have to do should not be there, but like it lines up offset slightly. But I just know that's because it's slightly outside of the 4x4 area. So, is what it is. Oh, this is so much faster. I can wire this whole thing up in like half an hour. Okay, my light is on. It's just this dang blueprint interface is the least visual clarity you'll ever experience in this game. Maybe in any game. Like, what is that, bro? Do you really need to draw the outline of every blueprint that exists in the whole world? Come on. Copy stain, please. There's so many lines everywhere. It makes it so hard to see. Okay. I'll come back and wire these together later. Right now, I just want to get these set in. Do. Bada bing. Boom. Come on. Very good, very good. And I don't think I mentioned this, but we're using elevator power to move power vertically. There are already elevators set up, so we just gotta connect them up, basically. And then where we source all the power from is a whole separate problem that I have not thought about whatsoever. So I will cross that bridge when I come to it. Right now, I'm just using creative mode infinite power. So that's definitely not always going to be the case. It's building power plants. Power plants is a satisfactory rite of passage. So do. I don't know why I decided to make such a large build, but I just felt it in my bones that it had to be done. I want a Megabase. I'm so jealous of everybody else's enormous, super cool builds. So, had to do one of my own. Mm-hmm. Wow. This is so much easier than placing every one of these by hand. It is 8 times faster, as a matter of fact. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna worry about that side some other time. For right now, I just want to lay these down. And then maybe we will figure out power infrastructure. We shall see. I don't even know how long I've been streaming. Probably only like an hour. It feels like multiple hours at this point, but they say time flies when you're having fun. So I wonder what that makes what I'm doing right now. No, I'm enjoying myself. It's very tedious. Damn near all of this entire build is blueprints, though, which is the crazy part. I built almost none of this by hand. Even the parts that aren't blueprinted are technically blueprinted, because if you use the infinite zoop mod, you can check a setting in the options that automatically blueprints zoops. So basically, like, all these huge window sections are one-click removable blueprints, which I'm so happy about. Like, uh, I couldn't deal if I had to like manually delete every single window in the event that I wanted to change the window design or something insane, which I'm prone to do. Um, yeah, hence restarting this entire build from scratch with slightly better spaced factories. Really, the thing that sent me over the edge in this build to cause me to restart it is these balconies that I have right down here. They didn't line up properly at the outer corners, and the symmetry was all off, and so I was like, I'm not fixing this. I'm just gonna restart the entire build. And I rebuilt probably like 3 or 4 months worth of work in a single afternoon, so just goes to show how much like a rebuild can like change your perspective on how you're gonna build something, and you always do it better the second time. It's just unavoidable once you know what you're getting yourself into. Okay, so close. So close to the edge here. Last one. Yep. Well, caps lock. Do I want to redo them? I might pop into like Satisfactory calculate and just delete them that way. This is so much work. Okay. Now to do the lighting. Bada bing. Bada boom. Oh, yes, yes. I did not do my foundries here at the end. These are just supposed to be constructors, right? Like, I think. I do believe so. Very neat, very cool, very wise. Yeah. Ooh, that ain't about a bit of a vibe, though. Let me tell you what. Very dark, but I kind of like it that way. reminds me of like Batman's underground warehouse, where all of his cool tech is kept, all of his cars. I don't actually like Batman that much, but the idea of a warehouse that big is appealing. Maybe that's why I play games like Satisfactory now. To be so honest, that's maybe more telling of me than Batman. Are these the brightest that they could be? No, they're actually the weakest they could be. Wonder what happens if I crank up the brightness. Kind of changes the vibe a little bit. Definitely glows. It's very glowy. But do I actually want that? I'll decide on that another time, I think. That's more tedious bullshit that I do not want to deal with right now. So, this is where I got the elevator. If I remember correctly, did I do one of these? Did I? One of these? I think I did that. Did something like that. What? Huh? Excuse me? Oh, snap. Okay. I got... I have to literally, like, do it from the floor because the offset on the top of the blueprint is different than the offset on the bottom of the blueprint. Very cool. Okay. That should be correct. Yes. So... I don't know if I want to have this go down, because it kind of like visually blocks the button. Doesn't make as much sense to me. Or just like pull it over like so. And then have the one from underneath connect to it. Like, I think that is the better solution. And then, let's see, lighting. Up lighting, down lighting, what? Yeah, it's gotta go. Something like that. That's pretty neat, man. That's pretty neat. I wanted this color though. Kind of like the Fix It primary because it looks more like natural lighting. But then it's got to be like super bright. That looks pretty cool. I cannot lie. Yeah. I'm gonna maybe build some like bow benches here or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Blueprint someday. Yeah, I kind of like this design. It also have these basalt wall designs that I'm not sure how I want to use yet. Let's see what it's called. Inlay. Yeah. Let's take a step back here. Is that how I want to do it? I'm really gonna just absolutely destroy the item limit for the game with this build. Oh my god. That looks pretty cool though. Can't even like target it to change the color. That is one issue though. If I want a color, I gotta make it ahead of time. That's kind of super cool though. Ooh. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Contemplating. It has both a very strong, like, neo-brutalism sort of vibe, but also it's almost got this, like, Art Deco sort of feel, or, like, cathedral kind of feel going on with the arches, and the, yellow, or, like, yeah, yellow, I guess, lighting. I don't know. Those are not the same. Okay, no, actually, that does line up, I think. Hmm. Oh, nope. Dang it. This blueprint mode maybe will give me a better time. Come on. There we go. Yeah, see, that's the issue. Gosh, that's frustrating. Wait, is it a problem? Yes, there's definitely a clear line there. And these are definitely poking up above the top more than they should be. I don't know how I like this. I'm gonna not do that for now. I might do it as like a way to encase the elevators. I also need to check underneath to see if the wire coming from the elevator is like clipping through the floor, which it does not appear to be, which is good. Just what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. Do it again on the next floor. Bottom. Angle with cube light. No, I need down. That's the one I need. Ah. Very cool, very cool. Then power 7, vertical power double, yeah. Run that up to the top. Like so. And I can take this guy. Just connect it up over there. Nobody sees a thing. Very clean. Very tucked. Yep. I'll fix this. Yay. Oh my goodness. Getting tired. Tired of being so good at this. Do 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 do. Oh, it feels like they're just slightly off center. I could be tripping, but that's just how it feels. Whatever, it's close enough. Which is the first time I've said that during this entire project, so I'm really over it. Oh, you son of a... Oh gosh, so many more floors of this. Excuse me. At least I blueprinted the power for these, man. I don't know why I have to put myself through more work than is worth sometimes, but this time I saved myself. Nope. There you go. Yes. Did do the top? Yes, I did. Man, shout out to whoever's been sitting here watching me do this. Like the most tedious of work. Appreciate you. Mhm. Yay, finally in the daylight. Wow, so nice. Oh my lord. So many machines. Sometimes I just gotta take a break and look at it. Be like, yeah, I did that. Wow. Ray tracing really does not like Windows. Those suckers are flickering. Did I get these hooked up? No, of course not. Means this floor is gonna need some help. Do double, I guess. It's not supposed to be there. That is supposed to be a door. Let's do gold first. Gosh. Oh, oh. Reform. Yeah, that seems right. And then double automated gates. Yeah. That way it goes zoop zoop. Yeah. I do have a which one? A light out there. So do something like this. Just like loop it in. And then hopefully I can see this from the underside. Ooh, I totally can't. I should have known. Shit. Okay, so get rid of. How do I solve this problem? I don't know. Hmm. Guess I gotta figure out how far out I have to come to get that to sit the way it needs to sit. So Oh, what? I can't aim at the bottom? Is that not a thing that works? Okay. Apparently not on the pillars. No, because I'm having the same issue from before. I have to do it from the top side. It's gonna be here. Shucks. This is technically not even centered on this blueprint itself. It's just sitting in front. It's like not centered. Yeah, although, does that really matter? So if I can see it here. Ooh, I might have just fucked that up. Yes, I did. It is right, yeah. Oh, ooh, excuse me. I've been playing for 2 hours. Oh no. Or is it a hell yeah, brother? This has been a pure ADHD stream, so sorry. Sorry. I'm kind of all over the place. This is just how I am. Will there be better planning eventually? Maybe. I did do this. I'm still debating how to solve this. Because technically, all these window panes are offset. They're like centered on these lines instead of being lined up with the edges. So if I want the door to be centered but be double wide, I will have to readjust all of these, which I very well may do. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Let's try it out. Zoop, 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 zoop. Big long zoop. Oh no, like a genius. Okay. So let's zoop it from the top. Oh. Now the panel is on the outside. Yeah. It's like slightly offset from these ones on the bottom. I'll have to fix those too. Is that how I want it? Is that really how I want it? Oh my gosh. Technically, this section doesn't have to be that way. Well, only one way to find out, really. Just heckin' do it. I need the pack utility to update as well so I can fly fast. I'm tired of flying slow. Thank you for all your hard work, Mr. Pack Utility. Okay, next floor. Okay, let's go. That's pretty good. Now I can do the same double wide doors over here. Just put a little thing along the top so it doesn't look like just floating glass that could be broken by any small movement. It's got to be structurally supported. Yeah. Very cool, very cool. Very nice and very cool. The nicest and the coolest. Although I really do wish Satisfactory had a frameless window so it didn't have these little black pieces on the outside of every wall-sized section. I could just do some real like solid pane of glass looks. And this has got to get fixed. I ain't doing that. We're gonna do a single pane in the middle. Gosh darn it. Well, no, I gotta redo it because I am OCD like that and I need it to I need it to be a blueprint. Otherwise I'm gonna freak out. There we go. Yay, blueprint, blueprint, blueprints. You know what, low key, this each side should be like one blueprint. Why am I like this? It shouldn't be in rows, it should be 2 blueprints instead of 4. Am I gonna change it? Yes, I am right now. There we go. Jeez. So much pain and struggle. Yeah, that makes more sense to me. Making sure I'm not accidentally deleting it as a blueprint. There we go. That's how it should be. Yeah, there we go. Infinite Zoop is the GOAT. Easily one of the like top 3 mods of all time for this game. Still don't know why there's a Zoop limit in the vanilla game. That didn't make any sense to me at all. Sorry, not sorry, copy stand. But why? But why? Yep, that's better. Now I gotta fix the other side. Shoop. Shoop. Boop. Goodbye. At least this time I can fix it properly. The first time, I don't know why rotating it that time did not work. How many times? There we go. Oh my god. Nope. Flip it. Nope. How many times do I gotta like flip the pane before it goes on the outside of the foundation? I swear it's like fully inconsistent. There's no like no predicting whether or not it's gonna end up on the inside edge of the foundation or the outside edge. So that's fun. Okay, let's go. Steal that real quick. Delete. Whoop, automated gate. No, wrong direction. God dang it. What did I just delete? Oh no. That's not. I wasn't supposed to do that. That wasn't supposed to happen anyway. Okay. That's fine. Forget, you have to like aim at a very specific part of these doors to actually delete them. Oh. Interesting. It sampled the mesh in a funny way. Okay, and then I need to 1, 2, 3, 4. Zoop that. Nope. 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 Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's gonna bother me that these lines are now offset from each other. Maybe. I gotta let it sit for a while. Let it stew. Let it brew. So I think I'm good for now. Yeah. That's a whole lot of machines, brother or sister, whoever's watching, or person who does not identify. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know much of anything, to be honest. I know I like Satisfactory. And I know the Pythagorean theorem. I think. Let's go for a drive. See if it'll let me turn around these corners without problems. Oh, so good. This factory's so big, I can't even use the, like, mini cart. Like, I have to use a full-size Explorer to make it time efficient. Onto the factory floor. Oh, what? Alright. Bam. There's so much drift. Oh my gosh. No. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to make this car have more traction. Nice. Okay, so I suppose it is going to be assemblers on this next level. Because I got 2 layers of smelters, 2 layers of constructors. So, whoever sees this, this is not like the final layout of machines whatsoever. This is just kind of like a mock-up. I do actually have this planned out in Satisfactory Modeler with the exact machine counts and like overclocking numbers and all that. And that's one of the reasons I ended up restarting this project too, was that I needed more room to accommodate throughput for a Mark 6 belt for every like ore type. Let me go. And then another question I have yet to answer is if I will do water extractors down here, because it seems like I got enough room. I could do like 10 on each side. I don't know how many I'm really gonna need. That seems like maybe not enough. So I could do one here on this end, another one here on this end. I mean, technically I could fill in more of them, like back to back like this or something if I really needed to. I think. Probably. Do something like that. Extractor here. Yeah, I think that's the correct positioning. Stack up extractors. I guess realistically I could do like 40 if I stack them up like this. Do it so that they're closer together on the back side. Leave myself enough room to, leave myself enough room to run piping at the front. Yeah. It's a decent idea. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 times 5 here, 20, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and then 20 on the other side, so 40. 40 water extractors at what's it, like 300 per minute? Yeah. So that's like what, 120. Oh my god, math is hard. 300 times 40. Yeah, 12,000. 120, 100. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get these roads set up properly so I can complete the loop and actually run trains. Oh my god, so much work. Oh. Flashbang, my bad. I'm sorry, that that just destroyed my eyeballs. Man, where is this dang elevator? Oh, okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's go to the top. Go to the top. This is cool. This is a nice project. Yeah. Neato. The ultimate train station. $10:30. That's not too late. I do low-key want to play some Final Fantasy 14 tonight as well. And I am kind of just dawdling around here. I'm not solving any problems at all. You know, I got most of the train stuff set up. See, it's all connected. One of the things I need to do is get my walkways set up, so if you ride a train over, you can grab a little walkway over to the elevator. Maybe I'll raise the elevator up or give it another platform. Like here. Same level as the trains. Oh, Tough questions, tough questions. I haven't even thought about hypertubes. Oh my god. Maybe hypertubes would be the way to go instead of forcing people to walk everywhere. I think part of the fun is walking through a big old structure like this at normal human slide jump, bunny hop speed. How is there light leaking through these doors? That pisses me off, man. Like, make it stop. The light should change in real time for that. Oh, I didn't realize my switch is blocked here. I'd have to switch what blueprint I'm using to accommodate. That's a question for later, not for right now. Why is there... Oh, okay, I'm just stupid. Yeah, switch is on that side. Or is on that side. Neat. Blueprints everywhere. Is it also going to bother me that these are not one single blueprint? Maybe. Probably. I don't know how I missed that door. But it's okay. It's fixed now. Ooh. Ooh. No longer needed. I feel like I want to do some Counter-Strike Surf on this channel. I've been playing a lot of Deadlock lately, and the movement in that game is definitely very reminiscent of Surf, especially with certain characters. And it's got me wanting to go back. I haven't played Surf in many years, but it is fun. And Satisfactory's movement definitely satisfies in a similar way. That and like Quake. I miss playing Quake. Either way, this is a lot of machines, man. Let's see. There's 8 for each of these modules. 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. No. 64, 96 per level. Yeah. So 96 times 192 for constructors and 192 for smelters. And the reason we have so many is because there's a lot of ore. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 types of ore total that we could deliver. However, we're probably going to not deliver uranium here. So that leaves us with 9, and then sometimes you got to double up on coal for things. So I don't know. I figured 12 was a safe bet. Allows me to break out into 3 4x4 sections, which that's blueprinted. Funny. Must have deleted the middle section. Yeah. Oh. Do I have stuff over here? No. I don't think so. Neato. Rain comes. Can't decide which color I want to go with in the long run. I don't think green is the vibe for me, personally. Started out as red, but there's so many lights under here that the red ends up coming out intense. And then I have to drop the intensity to make it look more like desaturated. But even still, that's pretty red, man. That's pretty darn red. Ugh. That was small. I want to put some like furniture here and then like a little walkway so I can come out on here. But I'm walking through the floor. I ain't got no feet. I feel like they increased the camera distance limit in this patch, but I can't be 100% sure. I don't know what these balconies are going to be for either. I truly have no idea. I just thought they looked cool. Well, I also needed something to kind of like cap off these arches in a way. The arches looked cool, but not cool enough by themselves. So that's how this whole build has gone. Do I have circles? Oh, still in photo mode. Fans, stair landing. Wonder if I have a factory enclosures from my previous save. X gateways. I thought it would be purple. Maybe I deleted them. That would be sad. Nope, they're here. They're just not purple. Let's see. These might fit better now. Yeah, so these are the aforementioned designs that I was not super satisfied with. That seems pretty on point. Okay. This way? No, this way. Do I gotta go back? C. And then D. Cap it off. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't think it's as cool as the rest of the stuff I did here. It's just a little lag. overdone. But you can technically fit an entire Mark 1 factory in here. As you can see, just barely. I'll prove it. I'll prove it. Alright, I guess I'm doing it that way. Yep. That's how it's done. And you do another one on top. And you use this stuff here to pull lifts down. Bada boom. I think it was like so. That's not the right height. That's gonna screw me up. Either way, you get the idea. Supplies come from the bottom, go through the machine, and then they go back out the machine in the same direction up to the next floor. And it's mostly walkable. It's pretty walkable. Well, that's slightly sunk in. Oh well. It's going bye-bye. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna call this stream here. Not been quite as long as the first one, but it's still almost 3 hours. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. I don't have allergies, but I wouldn't sneeze at it anyway. So, goodbye.